This video is sponsored by Squarespace, my favorite way to build a website.
Hey guys, it's me, your favorite person, Jimmy. This is going to be a very special day. I'm here at Los Angeles International Airport, and in this video, I'll be taking a business flight from LA to Korea. With which air carrier? It's none other than Korean Air. Korean Air is the biggest air carrier in Korea. They're known for their exceptional service, beautiful flight attendants, good Korean food, and just all around the best flying experience out of all air carriers that are based in Korea. So how amazing is this business flight experience? I'll get to experience and show you guys in this video.
But before I do,
Once upon a time, I was a college senior looking for a job as a designer in the US. At this point, I had absolutely zero work experience, and all I had was a degree from this school called Art Center, which doesn't even sound like a real school, and a portfolio website that I built for myself. Fast forward to my graduation day, guess what? I got a job offer. In fact, multiple job offers through my website. And that website was built with today's sponsor, Squarespace. Squarespace allows you to build all kinds of professional websites, such as a blog, portfolio, or even an online business. Anyone without any experience in building a website can easily do it just by providing some basic information, and then you can choose one of their beautiful templates. Or what's even better is that they have Blueprint AI tool, which utilizes AI to build the perfect website that you're looking for. If you're one of those people that want to start an online business, you can set up Squarespace payments, which allows you to accept different payment methods like Apple Pay and all major credit cards. So you do not have to worry about setting up a payment system for your business. Using Squarespace, you can also sell digital content such as online courses, blogs, exclusive videos, and memberships. Maybe I should start my own online school too. So guys, if you need to build a perfect professional website, do not hesitate and go to squarespace.com/JimmyKim, get free trial for building your website, and when you're ready to launch, make sure to use the code JimmyKim to get 10% off your first purchase of a domain or website. Now, back to the flight. So this is LAX, the airport in LA. I must say, it's not the most handsome looking airport. As you guys can see, I have a little baggage with me. So that's the line for the normal people. And here's the line to check in my baggage as somebody who belongs in the prestige class. I must say, I had hell of a time filming here in America. As much as I roasted, I actually quite like the country. Kind of sad about going home now. Okay, so I just passed TSA. Of course I did, because I'm not carrying any weapons, except for these biological weapons, of course. So here's a place where you can do some duty-free shopping. I don't know if it's just me, but I feel like everything that's duty-free, they're actually still kind of expensive. I must say, there is something that I must confess to you guys. So I paid for my round-trip economy, which cost me about $1,000 from Incheon to LA. And for the exact same flight, if I were to pay for a business flight, it cost me about $5,000. And I obviously don't have $5,000 to spend on a ticket. Apparently, Korean Air allows you to spend your family mileage, and it is with a heavy heart that I confess to you guys and to my mother that I've stolen her hard-earned air mileage to upgrade my flight back to Korea. She's probably been collecting it all her life, and she never agreed to it, but I used it anyway. I'm sure as she's watching this video, my mom is very proud of me and happy for me too. And I got about an hour and a half before boarding the plane, so I'm thinking I'll exercise my privilege by going to the Korean Airline Lounge. I found the lounge here. Hello. The lounge, is it included with the business flight?
in the lounge you can just relax and have some food, which is exactly what I'm about to do.
Looking comfy as hell, boy. There's a quiet little corner here. I think I'm gonna sit here. So I'm just gonna quickly show you guys what kind of food they have. They got cup noodles, of course. Koreans love them. You got a coffee machine here. Nice little muffins. Oh, they have blueberry muffins too. I love those. Croissant. Cool. I love how they have unlimited beer here too. A recipe for a disaster. Oh, this one's kind of cool. They have pumpkin porridge. They have fruits. Not getting any of that. Over here, they got some food. I must say they have very few options. They got some chicken wings, egg fried rice, potatoes, and chicken sausage. They got some egg sandwich here too, and potato salad sandwich. Some kind of pasta that no one's gonna get. It looks like actually nobody got it. Some good orange juice. In this corner, they got some hot liquors. They must have a lot of faith in the self-control of their passengers. All you can drink. Look, they have cereals too. Are you cereal right now? Very unfortunately, they only have two kinds, and two of the worst kinds too. Raisin bran? What, is this like 1980s? Who the hell buys that? I'll tell you guys this much. This is one of the less impressive lounges that I've seen. But in their defense, back in Korea, their Korean Air lounge is actually pretty good. They definitely have more food options. They have things like bulgogi and tteokbokki. I guess it's just more difficult to maintain it like that here. I'm gonna make do with what they got. They should at least have some strawberry jam here.
The croissant was a little disappointing, but I felt like their pumpkin porridge was good.
The chicken sausage, very tiny. There's no hint of crispiness in this chicken. A little disappointing because I've had much better food in Korea. It's still a nice place to like sit down and relax, but I would not pay for this lounge. Times like this, you gotta fall back to things that are reliable, like the cereal. Wow, I'm more of a Fruit Loops guy, so I haven't had this in a very long time. And wow, this is kind of nostalgic. Oh guys, you guys know what I was shocked by when I first came to a Western country? So a lot of them have cereal for breakfast, right? And what they would do is, not all of them, but a lot of people take like sugar and sprinkle on top of the cereal. I thought that was really shocking. Like, you guys add sugar to it? That's like adding more sugar to Coca-Cola. Might be hard to believe, but it is a thing. I also didn't really want to, but I got this instant noodle anyway, because why not? It's here. Yeah, I mean, I wish they had something better. Eating instant cup noodles, this doesn't feel very prestigious. What can I say? Better than nothing, but I'm not impressed. So it is about my boarding time now. I believe if I fly business, I get to board a little early too. Oh, even the boarding gate is different. So apparently, even if it's Korean Air, depending on the specific model of the aircraft, the business classes come in different quality. Apparently this one is one of the more aged models, but I'm going to make the most out of it. This is my seat right here.
My first impression was that it's not super private for a business class. I was still side by side with the passenger next to me. Although yes, your personal space is quite spacious. I was sitting in the very front row. I am 5'11", but the leg space almost felt unlimited. So how does this compare to the economy class that I flew in earlier? I actually paid for extra leg room for my economy seat. I'm not even that tall, but here I could barely extend my legs. If there was another seat in front of me, you know it's gonna be a torture session for my lower body. And not the kind of torture that I like. I also got this pillow in my business flight, and this extremely comfy looking blanket. I got them in economy flight too, except their pillowcase was from a disposable material, and the material of the blanket also felt very synthetic. Although this is good enough for me personally. On business flight, you also get these noise cancelling headphones.
I won't lie, it looks very aged.
Whereas in economy, you get these earphones. They come in this really cute packaging, and you get to keep these after the flight. I'm not gonna talk about the sound quality, but I'd rather get these over one of those crappy headphones. The prestigious service begins before taking off.
They give you a pre-flight drink. Wow, this is like one of those fancier orange juice. You know the ones where they have actual orange in it, like you can feel the fiber?
Compare that to my pre-flight moment in the economy, where I'm literally shoulder to shoulder with another person. And no, I don't think I got a pre-flight beverage. Okay, back to the business flight.
So you get a total of 2 meals and a snack during the flight. So it's pretty much like 3 meals. For each meal, you get a choice between 3 different items. Pretty sure they're known for their bibimbap, which is this Korean style rice. I think I'm gonna get that. In the second meal, I might get the beef stew. They also have a wine menu.
For some reason, their pre-flight instruction video was in 3D animation. Maybe they've decided that real humans aren't beautiful enough.
So I was sitting in the middle row earlier. I asked them if I can move to the corner because I noticed that there's no one sitting here. They kindly allowed me to, which is really, really awesome. The space itself is the same, except next to me, there's no one sitting, and I will get my first meal here.
Soon after taking off, it was my meal time. They have this foldable table and they give you a tablecloth to cover it, and this is the starter for the meal. To honor my time in the USA, I also asked for Coke Zero with no ice.
네. 네, 감사합니다.
Some of you guys might be going, Jimmy, but why didn't you get red wine or something fancy? But guys, Coca-Cola is luxury, especially drinking straight out of a can. So this is apparently their starter. This is very cute. Some kind of a cheese wrapped in cucumber and eggplant.
If I had to be honest, there wasn't like a special flavor to it. It just tasted like vegetable and cheese.
Perhaps I am a little too low class to appreciate it. I must say, despite being a little aged, the overall spatial experience compared to the economy seat is like night and day. Like there's plenty of space for me here. For a business seat, I think it's one of the less private seating environments. They do offer this little divider here, but let's be honest here, this is not doing much. These glasses are rather skinny. It makes me wonder what's going to happen if there's a strong turbulence. So there's a little bit of benefit in sitting by the window. You do lose a little bit of the head space, but you also get this private storage space. Oh, that's a little dirty.
함께 와인 드시겠습니까?
아, 네.
레드 와인 두 종류, 화이트 와인 두 종류 있습니다. 보여드릴까요?
She allowed me to taste the wines first, which almost made it feel like a restaurant.
And I'm getting myself some good California white wine. Oh, awesome. I'm gonna let the wine breathe. That wine is fantastic. I actually don't know anything about wine. I just acted like I know what I'm doing. Yeah, gotta let the wine breathe. The flight attendant was like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. Can't deny that it is quite a cool experience. So that is the dressing. They're so shiny. So I got a fork, spoon, a knife, and chopsticks. You're not supposed to, but apparently some people take these home, which I think is kind of pathetic.
The appetizer was a tuna salad, and I felt like just like their starter, it didn't really have a character to it. It kind of tasted like a catered party food. You know how they can be like good but not like amazing? So it looks like on business flights I get a course meal instead of a meal that's served on a single tray. Unlike this meal that I got in the economy. So this is a meal that I got in the economy flight, chicken curry rice. It came with a seaweed soup, and it tasted like one of those microwavable food. Or maybe a little worse than that. It also came with this thing called 장아찌, which is a Korean pickle, budget supermarket style cake, and this Korean traditional snack, which felt cheap and factory made, but it was good. While it's no match to the business food, their food wasn't bad for an on-flight food. Now going back to the business class.
Wow, that's actually a pretty great wine. But this is not good. I'm developing a taste for finer things, and I can't really afford it. Not without my mom's mileage.
And here's the main menu, the Korean traditional bibimbap. Bibimbap in Korean means mixed rice, and I'll show you guys why they call it that shortly.
Wait, where's the rice? Oh, there it is. So let's go over what I got here. That's the vegetables for bibimbap. So bibimbap is this Korean food. It's a rice dish with vegetables and some spicy gochujang sauce on top. You guys are not seeing the spicy sauce, and that's because they serve the gochujang sauce. It is really cute too. It's almost like a toothpaste, right? A little packet of sesame oil. They also give you dried seaweed, which is pretty awesome. And that's 장아찌. I also got this soup. It smells like bulgogi, which is a Korean soup with egg, radish, and bulgo, which is a fish. And that's pickled radish. So I'm gonna squeeze this gochujang on top. I don't like spicy, but should I use everything? I think so.
Well, that looks like a proper meal, doesn't it? Compared to, remember this?
Then add the rice to it. I wish the table space was a little more spacious, but it is an aircraft at the end of the day. I might be asking for too much. I'm gonna put all of that sesame oil. All I've gotta do now is to use a spoon and just mix everything up. By mixing everything, you kind of ruin the presentation of it, but that's just how you're supposed to eat it. I see some ground beef, spinach, carrots, pumpkins, burdocks, some mushrooms. It's gonna be pretty good.
As a 100% Korean man, I've had a lot of bibimbap before. So let me tell you if this is up to my standards.
It's really good. Now, I wouldn't say it's as good as some of the bibimbap that you can get from like really good restaurants, but this is acceptably good.
I would say this is an average restaurant level, or maybe a little below that, but it definitely didn't feel anything like frozen food.
I'm gonna try some of that soup. You can see some of that dried fish in there too. Looking very enjoyable. They're not serving kimchi with it, it's kind of a shame. You can also grab this dry seaweed and have that bibimbap with it too. Wow, I actually like this dried seaweed. It's like extra crispy and extra light.
This is many steps off from the chicken curry that I had earlier, but I don't want to say this is like delicious. It just tastes like a proper bibimbap.
It's no Michelin dining experience, but definitely enjoyable food.
Usually I don't need anything while I'm flying economy, but I gladly finished this one.
Some white wine to end the meal with. The portion is actually really great, although it's not over yet.
Now is the time for my dessert.
근데 왜 나이프랑 포크가 두 개씩인 거죠?
치즈용 나이프가 네, 과일용입니다.
Cool, so I get to have some fruits and some rich people cheese too.
Their fruits were surprisingly fresh and sweet, and I personally don't know much about cheese, but I really enjoyed them with the cracker that I got.
Whoa, this blue cheese tastes very fungal.
I feel like most people wouldn't be able to finish the entire course because the portion was simply a lot.
They also have a round 2 of the dessert, which turns out to be lemon tart. Very fancy. 감사합니다. And the coffee.
Just like the rest of the course, the lemon tart was good, but only as good as something that you get from a franchise bakery.
Now that I'm done with the food, how about I show you guys some of their infotainment system. If you guys haven't heard that word before, it's just a fancy word that stands for information and entertainment. So most of the seats here, they have a monitor, the seat in front of them, but since I am sitting by the emergency exit, I guess foldable screen here, yeah, which pulls out just like that. And you get the screen here. Now this is 2024. And I must say the system does look very outdated. They have a controller here. Look at this controller. They had the exact same system in economy like 20 years ago.
I typically don't like watching good movies on this screen because I feel like I might be ruining a good movie by watching on this screen. So this is like the time when I watch movies that I would never watch otherwise.
On top of my shoulder, there's a little book light here. There's a lot of business class flights. They provide a lot of amenities. The slippers being one of them. You can use them to beat your children, but if you want to be comfortable, you can wear them too. I would say this is better than most hotel slippers, but I would not take these home. They also gave me this pouch. I should wonder what's inside. Oh, this is kind of cool. So this, you use that to put your shoes on. I don't know if it's like necessary. I guess some people can find that useful. They give you a toothbrush and a toothpaste. Looks like this is an eye mask and a foldable comb. And they also give you a set of moisturizers, a body lotion, hand cream, and a lip balm. I mean, these could be actually very useful after you land. How do I look, guys? So I feel like a huge benefit to this business flight is the fact that you can recline your chair. On my right hand side, they have this control, and if I press this, what's happening? Oh my god, this is too comfortable. Oh my god, it doesn't make any sense. Oh, your seat goes completely flat, and my friend, this is luxury. I think this is really awesome. You know what's also cool about this flight? If you walk to the very back of the plane, they even have a snack bar. So they got a bunch of drinks here. A few nice little snacks here too. They got Korean chestnuts, brownie, vegetable chips, granola bar. I'm gonna resort to my favorite beverage of all time, the good Coca-Cola. There's a little sitting area here, like a little lounge. I don't know what Coca-Cola is waiting for. They should really sponsor me.
The lounge is far from luxurious, but it was very nice to have some extra space to chill. By the way, their toilet was the same as the economy class, although the flight attendants were checking it constantly to make sure that it's perfectly clean. They provided razor blades, mouthwash, and even a body lotion here. I was a little tired after that, so I tried sleeping on my seat, and it was so comfortable that by the time I woke up, I slept through my snack time, which would have been this instant noodle, and it was time for the last meal before landing.
So it's been about 8-9 hours into the flight. I actually slept really well for the most part, and I'm wearing the slippers now, although they're not my size because I'm apparently too big. Some OJ again.
와인 한 개 드시겠습니까?
아, 네.
레드 와인 드시고 화이트 와인 드시겠습니까?
레드 와인으로
레드 와인, 이탈리아 와인과 프랑스 와인 드시겠습니까?
프랑스 와인. Fantastic. 감사합니다.
I also got this fancy butter and some bread with it.
어떤 게 맛있을까요?
제일 기가 막히다.
아, 그럼 그걸로 할게요. 네, 감사합니다.
So I believe this is just the starter. The salad comes with some seasoning. I must say, I feel like their service is just excellent. Even the way they talk, how they react to my requests, the way they walk, how they handle themselves. Of course, I've flown with other airlines too, but the level of customer service with Korean Air is just unparalleled. Gotta get a good chunk of that. Yeah, pretty good. I like the butter on it. I wouldn't say the bread is the best. They couldn't have baked it on the plane, right? And of course, I shouldn't forget to have my French wine.
Before we move on to the main dish, this is what I had in my economy flight. It was scrambled egg with bacon. Again, it wasn't a course. What we're seeing here is everything I got. I mean, they even gave me fruits. So I feel like the meal is objectively not bad. But of course, it didn't come close to this one. I thought it was a beef stew. To me, it looked like braised beef, which is lots of protein, so I like it. Perhaps I drank the wine too fast, and when they saw the empty glass, they quickly filled it up for me.
The service is like so over the top and they're like so nice that I almost feel bad making them work. But then I am spending a lot of money to be here, so maybe I shouldn't feel bad. So what I'm really liking about this is that everything is edible. They give you a good amount of beef too. And some mashed potato. The beef is surprisingly tender too.
Overall, it's not as good as really good restaurants. Aside from the presentation, it's kind of like a food court level food, which is very good considering that you're having this on flight. To end the meal with, they give you fruits. And I also got this tea. And the next thing I realized, I was landing in Korea. So before taking off, they took the jackets from everyone and they started handing them back before landing. Typically, I have a hard time flying around because my body is apparently too big for an economy flight, but I was very comfortable for the most part during this flight.
Alright, so I arrived here in Korea at Incheon Airport. Business or not, there was quite a journey. What did I think overall? The food, the level of comfort that you can experience, it's not even close to the economy seat. It's like so much more comfortable. You can actually sleep quite well. And even on the somewhat old aircraft, the sense of personal space was really good. And the customer service was absolutely top notch. Now, will I pay for it? I don't think I would. I can't really justify paying thousands of dollars more, despite the fact that it's a lot more pleasant. But most people that fly business, they don't really pay for it. It's either their company or they're using their air mileage. So if you have that option available, I think you'd definitely enjoy it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you guys enjoyed the review. If you guys want me to do more reviews like this, please go ahead and watch my other videos and let me know down in the comments. Thank you.
And thanks again Squarespace and my mom for sponsoring this video.